The Alliance of Coalitions for Healthy Communities, Oakland Community Health Network, and also the Birmingham Fire and Police Departments teaming up now to create free leave-behind kits to be handed out to opioid overdose victims, to their friends and their family. And Rochelle, you're joined now by the chief to learn more about this.
Yeah, I'm here with the Assistant Chief, Matt Bartolino from Birmingham Fire. Thanks so much for being on with us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Such an important topic. I love that Sandra mentioned friends and family too, because people who may have experienced an overdose, obviously overwhelming for them, but incredibly emotional for their loved ones who more often than not are trying to get that person significant help. What is it that you're leaving behind in these cases for those people?
So to start off, we have the actual medicine to help with the effects of
kind of reverses
for them. The naloxone, which is here. So we're leaving two doses of that in case there's anything else in the future. But the bigger part of it is with our Alliance of Coalitions is the continued support that they can offer with their clinicians. So there's additional pamphlets in there for them for all these other resources to try to help them get to a path of recovery versus to continue with dealing with the overdoses over and over again. Something
I just noticed with the naloxone here, the Narcan, this is a spray. I've seen this in the past and done stories on this where it was more of an injection. So this is a little bit more convenient. Is this what you're always leaving behind, a more simple spray?
Correct. It's okay. A spray, so it's easier for the community to use as a resource. More of the injection type is for the paramedics on scene. It's just the way we deliver it. But to simplify it, it's not shown in the box, but it's like your normal nasal spray. The medicine is in the bottom. It's a quick injection up the nose, and hopefully it'll reverse the effects. Also in the pamphlet is kind of the process to go through after that, what to expect, because with the reverses of it, you want to be prepared for them to come out of it, which is they need to be in a recovery position in case there's any issues with vomiting. And then there's also stuff in there to trigger them, to remind them to get the 911 system started, and also if they have to do CPR, then there's instructions on that as well.
Can you speak to how often you are dealing with these instances? I mean, for those of you out there, maybe you have a loved one struggling with addiction, or you have a loved one who's a paramedic, a firefighter, a police officer, whatever it may be. This is almost a daily response, responding to these calls for drug overdoses.
It can be, and all communities are different for how often they have to go out. And the biggest part of this was to get the word out and hopefully have as many communities as we can and different departments join in, and having these kits readily available and handing them out while we're there on scene. We do have a Save a Life station at our city hall that the police department was part of bringing in. It requires the person or loved one to come to the station to get the medicine and take it back with them, versus us being already on the scene, available, seeing what's going on, knowing that this could be a good resource for them, having those conversations with the family, because we often have crew members that are able to stay after the call and have those discussions with them while the paramedics transport to this hospital. So just an overall like community response to get the word out to everybody, and having this alliance of coalitions with us, with their clinicians, is huge, because we can handle the problem initially, but the continuum of care is really what they need for the recovery.
Absolutely. Assistant Chief Matt Bartolino, thanks so much for being on with us. Yes. Can't tell you how many stories I've heard of people who have their life saved and then they're clean for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years after that. And you're a big part of that. Thank you so much.
Appreciate having us. Thanks.